The Lion and the Fox. There once lived a very old lion, so old that his teeth and claws were worn down and blunt with age, and so slow he could no longer chase his prey. So he worked out a cunning plan. Instead of hunting his prey as he had before, he would invite his prey to come to him. And this is how he did it. He told all the animals who passed by his cave that he was sick and likely to die soon, and he'd just like someone to talk to. Several of them, the most foolish, came to visit him, believing themselves to be quite safe. And of course, he gobbled them up. One day, a fox came along, a wily fox. He kept a safe distance from the cave.
"I heard you were sick,"
he said.
"What's the matter?"
"Come a little closer," said the lion, "and I'll tell you. I'm so weak these days, I can only talk in a whisper." But the fox was not so stupid.
I think I'll stay where I am,"
he said.
"You see, I've noticed that there are dozens of footprints going into your cave, and, strangely enough, there are none coming out. I wonder why that is. See ya."
That wily fox was having none of the lion's cunning plan, was he? No, sirree, not falling for that trick. Someone was mentioning Blackadder a few days ago. I think it was after the elephant and the rat, and that definitely reminded me of one of Baldric's cunning plans. "Don't worry, Mr. B. I have a cunning plan to get us out of this situation." With the other animals, it might have worked, but not with our trusty fox. Thank you so much for listening. Looks like you had a blast with The Wind and the Sun yesterday. It's one of my absolute favourite Aesop Fables, that one. A lot of fun to play around with. Glad you enjoyed the voices. And I mentioned in my pinned comment as well, are there any Aesop Fables that you would particularly like to hear me read to you? There are literally hundreds of them, but some are far more famous than others. The Boy Who Cried Wolf is on its way. The Ant and the Grasshopper, which is one of the most famous ones, isn't actually in this version that I'm doing my little renditions from, but I'm very familiar with the story, so I might look to add that one as well. Likewise with the Gnat and the Bull, I'll see what I can do. And someone mentioned The Fox and the Grapes, another very popular one, which isn't in this version, so I'll also have a look into that one as well. But if you do have a particular request, get it to me as soon as possible. The morals of yesterday's story certainly seem to be well summed up by Alex. Gentle kindness is a most powerful influence. As a few of you mentioned, something along the lines of gentle kindness, gentle encouragement gentle persuasion often being a far more effective, respectful, pleasant method than just using pure force. Although I've got to say, I enjoyed Alison's alternate telling of the story. They said, I thought the wind and the sun would stop fighting and simmer down and work together. Like the sun shines warmly upon the shepherd, making him lose his coat, and then the wind would come and blow the cloak away, a little bit of a tag team partnership. A similar idea that Dr. Scott and Sandra were mentioning, highlighting the symbiotic relationship between the sun and the wind. I mean, they are equally important, you could say. But in this tale, the sun's method led her to be triumphant. Do share your thoughts on the morals behind The Lion and the Fox. Do come back to open door 12. You take care until then. Read to you soon.